In this lesson, we're going to look at some of the basic properties of logarithms. By the end, you should be able to answer the questions, what basic properties hold true with logarithms, and how do I evaluate logs using a calculator? There are two logs that you're going to encounter that are not going to show a base. The first is when you see an expression that looks like log 100. So what is the base? Well, this is equivalent to log base 10 of 100. So if no base is written, the base is understood to be 10. So what would this be equal to? Well, it would be 2 because 10 to the second power is equal to 100, and a logarithm produces an exponent. There is another type of logarithm with no base, which is known as the natural logarithm. It is written as the ln of some value, like the ln of 4. This is equivalent to a logarithm using e, Euler's number, as its base. So let's look at some basic properties that hold true. So if I have log base b of 1, think about what that's equal to. Well, if you think, it's really asking you b to what power is equal to 1, and hopefully you recognize that that is 0. Similarly, the ln of 1 would also be equal to 0 because this is saying e to what power is equal to 1. Well, again, any value raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. Our next property, log base b of b is equal to what? Well, again, this is saying b to some power is equal to b. Well, that would have to be 1 because b to the first is equal to b. Likewise, ln of e is equal to 1 because you would have the same base. This would be saying e to what power is equal to e, and that is 1. This next one looks a little complicated, but it's actually quite simple. Log base b of b to the y, what's that equal to? Well, this log base b, having a base of b and then the argument has a base of b, they kind of undo each other. They're inverse operations. Well, if you think about this, this is saying b to what power is equal to b to the y. Well, what would it have to be? Well, the missing exponent has to be y. So in a sense, these two undo each other and just leave me with this y. Similarly, this portion will undo each other and leave me with x. So similarly, ln, the ln of e to the x, well, this ln of e will undo each other and just produce x. Just as e to the ln of x undoes each other, they're inverse operations, and it just produces x. So let's just evaluate a few more logarithm expressions. Log base 4 of 64 would be equal to 3 because this is really saying 4 to what power is equal to 64. Log base 6 of 36 is saying 6 to what power is equal to 36. This would be 2. Log base 6 of 216 would also be equal to 3 because 6 to the third is 216. Log of 10,000 is really saying that the base is 10, so 10 to what power equals 10,000? Well, it's got 4 zeros after it, so the exponent would be 4. Now we get a little trickier. 5 has a decimal. So I like to first of all change it to a fraction. So this is really 1. If I count my place values, this is 1 100,000th. So it's saying log of 1 100,000th. Well, this would be, so I really have log of 1 over 10 to the 5th, so that, remember, the base is understood to be 10 here, so it's really saying 10 to the what power is equal to 1 over 10 to the 5th. Well, hopefully you recognize my exponent would have to be negative. It would be negative 5. In 6, log base 9 of 1/3. Again, I'm looking for an exponent, so this is really saying 9 to some power, which I'll call x, is equal to 1/3. And I'm going to rewrite my 9, my base, using an exponent of, or a base of 3. So this would be the same as 3 squared. So I'd have 3 to the 2x is equal to 1/3. And continue over here. So I really have 3 to the 2x is the same as 1/3 is 3 to the negative first. And now I can just kind of look at my exponential expressions because they've got the same base. What I really have here then is 2x is equal to -1. Therefore, x would be -1/2. So log base 9 of 1/3 is equal to -1/2. 7 and 8, I'm going to get into some radicals. Log base 7 of root 7. So this is saying, again, if I set this equal to x, 7 to some power is equal to the square root of 7. Well, if you think about what the square root of 7 is equivalent to, that's the same as 7 to the 1/2 power. So what does my missing exponent have to be? X has to be 1/2. Similarly, log base 8 of the cube root of 1/64. Well, first of all, the cube root of 1/64 is actually 1/4. So I'm going to simplify this. Log base 8 of 1/4, and I'm going to think about what this is equal to. So I'm going to say it's equal to x, and I'm going to change this to exponential notation. So 8 to the x power is equal to 1/4. And if I think about this, I'm going to rewrite each of these. I'm going to use a base of 2. So 8 is equivalent to 2 to the 3rd. So I'd have 2 to the 3 times x power is equal to 1/4 would be 1 over 2 squared, or 2 to the -2nd power. And then I can make the conclusion that 3x is equal to -2. Therefore, x is equal to -2/3. So we were able to evaluate all of those without touching a calculator. But what happens when we are asked something that it's not a nice multiple that we can do in our heads? For instance, I know that the log of 100 is 2 because 10 squared is 2. But what if I said, what's the log of 55? So 10 to what power equals 55? Well, that's going to be a lot trickier. I can't just do that one in my head. I might be able to estimate, but what is it exactly? That's tricky. So fortunately, we have what's known as a change of base formula, a property that's true. So it states that log base a of b is equivalent to the log of b divided by the log of a. It would also be true to say that it's equal to the natural log. So I could say it's equal to the ln of b over the ln of a. This is going to become very useful as I try to solve this equation here on my screen. It says 2 to the x power is equal to 100. Well, I don't have that one. I don't know 2 to what power is equal to 100. What I do know, I know 2 to the 6th power is equal to 64, and then 2 to the 7th power is 128. So I know that it's going to be some decimal between 6 and 7. But I'm going to use my change of base formula to help me figure it out exactly. So most calculators will default to a base of 10. So they have a log button using that base of 10, and there's also typically an ln button. So here's what we're going to do. First of all, to solve 2 to the x equals 100, it is currently an exponential notation, and I'm going to change this to log notation. So this would be equivalent to log base 2 of 100 is equal to x, which again is great, but I still don't know 2 to what power is equal to 100, but I can use my change of base formula, which says that this is equivalent to the log of 100 divided by the log of 2. And the left side, you can just type in your calculator. So find your calculator and type that in, and you're going to get a decimal value. And when I do, I get that x is approximately 6.64, and that's rounded to 2 decimal places. The way to check it then is, remember, this means that 2 to the 6.64, whatever it is is equal to 100. So one of the things I always like to do is I quickly type 2 to the, and I just do previous answer so it doesn't do any rounding, and I check and make sure, do I get 100 on my calculator? And I do, so I'm in good shape. We're going to do one more. 1/2 to the x power is equal to 25. And again, so I'm going to change this to logarithm form because I don't know 1/2 to what power is equal to 25. So this tells me that I have log, same base, 1/2 of 25 would be my argument is equal to the exponent when I change this to exponential form. And then I'm going to do the log of 25 is equal to, or the log of 25 divided by the log of 1/2 is equal to x by my change of base formula. And I'm just going to plug that in my calculator. And let's see what that's approximately equal to. I get -4.64 rounded to the nearest hundredth. Again, that means that 1/2 to the -4.64 is equal to 25. So you could check that. If you rounded it all, you won't get exactly 25. If you use just the answer to copy and paste it on the calculator, it'll work out exactly to 25. It's important to note that you could also make this the ln of 25 over the ln of 1/2. I don't know that there's really a benefit of one over the other. One thing I notice is I only have to write 2 letters when I write ln. Log takes me 3. So, you're shaving a fraction of a second off of your time if you use ln.